The HCI Group for a long time has been a global leader in healthcare technology consulting, and we've primarily focused around the strategy and benefits into the implementation, training, and support, primarily around the health record. We've certainly done other things, but for the longest time we haven't done much on the infrastructure side of things and the technical side of things. And so we had the opportunity to merge with one of the big six Indian firms, Tech Mahindra. And what I learned about them was that they were actually leading the way in digital transformation and automation services, and they were growing faster and more entrepreneurial than any other organization. So they're roughly $4.5 billion in revenues, 117,000 employees. But what's interesting, the HCI Group will continue to be the HCI Group. We're going to operate as a completely independent company, and we're going to pull their services into our customer base. And so now we're going to be able to focus on helping organizations decrease their operating expenses and really focus on the projects that they want to around innovation and what to do with the information we're now capturing. HCI specializes in the implementation, training, and project management of enterprise IT systems within healthcare. There's certainly a lot of different advisory services we provide around the strategy and business cases. We have a cybersecurity practice, and now with the merger with Tech Mahindra, we can do ERP implementation, we can help migrate to the cloud, we can do infrastructure managed services, application managed services, we can do outsourcing and BPO. We can be a complete system integrator. And now we have products, technologies, and tools that we didn't previously have. So we have a platform called Minerva that acts as an interoperability engine, and it's getting a lot of excitement already from our customers. Obviously there's different types of products and services we do. One thing that's very transparent, and so I've been to a lot of the HIMSS events around the world, and recently in Orlando and some of the other international events as well. And what I've realized, there really isn't a themed word this year or a topic, and it sounds like to me most customers are like, we've done an implementation, we've done a big project, but how do we bring down our operating expenses? How do we do more with less? And so a lot of our new products are based upon taking and automating and streamlining processes and getting the most out of what you have and decreasing operating expenses so that we can then focus on the fun stuff. What do you do with the data? How do you innovate? And so we have a lot of focus that would add value there. And then one of the things about being a global leader, HCI Group today, we operate on 4 continents and 17 countries and growing quickly. We're really focused on bringing pockets of excellence from around the world and helping organizations skip a generation of mistakes. I think in the NHS today, you've got a lot of hardworking people that don't necessarily have the dream state of the resources that they'd like to have. And they're trying to figure out how to do what they can with what they have. And so I think that there has to be a paradigm shift, and people need to move away from trying to keep things as status quo and keep the lights on to what's next and how do we get there and how do we innovate. And so I think there needs to be some changes in the way things have taken place so far. I think this is a great example of how to move from keeping the lights on to focus on what's next. So they've got very limited resources and they're trying to keep the ship floating, and I think that they need to move their focus onto what's next and how to innovate and make it paperless. So I think there needs to be a strategy on how do you bring down and automate things and focus on the bigger picture. What I like about it is you've got a lot of people, not just from around the NHS, but around different countries, and a lot of ideas and thoughts being shared with each other. So I think collaboration is very important, and I think that the more we talk to each other, the more we share what is and isn't working, that's gonna lend a lot of opportunity.